But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. Job 12:7-10.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So welcome back to another prep video. Got a lot going on today. Starting off with, going to be putting in a watering hole up in a key bedding area today. So we're going to use this cheap pool and dig it out. We'll see how that goes. Got some cracked corn to put in the deer feeder today. I'll probably mix some stuff in with it. Get a trail cam running on it so I can start seeing what's coming in, what's going. Going to be putting in some salt licks as well today. Started off the day by going to Rural King, and so I'm just going to show you my haul for the day. Obviously, like I mentioned, we got the cracked corn. Just talking about Rural King, so Rural King is the male's version of Target, if you will, all right? But what's better is you don't have to go in there and buy an overpriced coffee. They actually give you free coffee and popcorn, so it's pretty great. But anyways, going to be trying out some new products today on these salt licks. Big fan of Imperial Whitetail here. So we've got this mineral and vitamin supplement, and from the directions, you just scrape it into the dirt and whatnot. Got some deer cane. I'm pretty familiar with deer cane. I've used this in the past, and it's always been really great. So everything was running pretty cheap today. So I've got 4 salt licks to put in, which is why I have 4 different types. And I've never used any of these mineral rocks, but I'm going to give it a go today and see how it does. Yeah, anyways, ought to be a pretty good day. Follow along and enjoy. All right, everybody, so I've selected my first spot here. This is actually an old area where my parents have, over the years, made a salt lick out of it with table salt. So this is actually a really good location because there's 2 ponds. So there's one on either side here, and this is obviously really good area for the deer to be coming and getting water, especially right now with it being like 95, 96 degrees. So for this site, I selected the original deer cocaine mix, and unlike the other salt mixes I've got going on here, this one you actually got to mix with water. So I'll just kind of read this off here. So it says obviously select site, and then it says clear all vegetation. So that's all cleared, and it says pour deer cocaine into 6 gallons of water. Stirring the water as deer cocaine is added into the container. Slowly pour this mixture onto the cleared bare spot to allow the solution to soak the site. So I've probably got like 4 gallons of water in each of these buckets, and I just pulled this water out of the pond. So I'm going to pour about half of this bag of mixture like into each bucket, give it a quick stir with a shovel, and pour both of them on this site. And should be a really good site. I'll have to keep up with my folks this year and see if they're seeing deer from the house, because you get a pretty good view from here. So should be pretty cool. But yeah, let's get started. All right, everybody, so second salt lick for the day is going in right here. This is actually an old area that I had a ground blind in last year. Unfortunately, the darn ground blind got caught up in the wind and didn't do so good. But anyways, it's a spot I didn't really hunt much. So this is a really good spot for the mineral licks, because so what I'm trying to do on this property is trying to have a salt lick pretty much on either end of the property, and about 2 in the middle. The 2 in the middle being my parents' original salt licks. So this is going in right here. I know for a fact that the deer come in right through this trail. They work this trail up, pretty much going up to those food plots, and it just heads east. So got a little bare patch right here, and I'm just gonna get this salt lick in. This salt lick that I'm going with right now, it is the Imperial Whitetail brand, 30-06 mineral vitamin supplement. So I've never used it. I do like Imperial Whitetail brand a lot. This ought to be pretty cool. And I just picked out a little bare area in this open spot that we have. So I've got a couple little tools here. I've got a shovel and I got this little hand tiller. So I'm just gonna use the shovel, really break this crap up, and I don't know, we're gonna go from there. But this dirt is pretty dry. So now that I've got my little circle area here, I'm just gonna take this shovel, really get some of this dirt broken up, and I'm just going around the circle, really trying to get like 3 inches deep there. So I'm going to remove some of the soil, and I'm going to pour about 95% of this bag in here, saving just a little bit of rest for the top once I've put the dirt back and mixed it up. All right, now guys, I'm just going back in here with my dirt that I dug up, and I'm just gonna mix this stuff up. All right. Heck yeah, that looks good. All done. Alrighty guys, so third mineral site for today. Well, I'm going right here. Again, this is towards the middle of the property, so I've got one more after this on the other end. But anyways, obviously going with the deer cocaine here again, but I'm going with the enriched black magic. So unlike the last one that we just did, you know, where I covered it up with dirt and then mixed everything in, we're not doing that. We're just going to tilt. I'm just going to hand till this, pour this over, and be done. It's that simple. And as you can see, this is already cleared. Again, this is one of Mom and Dad's other mineral sites that they've had for years now. So thanks to them that this is already cleared and I don't have to do as much work. But yep, I'm just going to take this hand tiller. Hopefully this dirt isn't too dry and get it broken up. All right, guys, just gonna get this poured over, and that'll be it. Ooh, it's kind of like grape. It's my favorite. I might have to lick this too. All right, this is something I didn't talk about earlier, but something else I'm doing today. I want to be putting in a few stakes at some of the food plots. Just some areas I'm going to be putting in trail cams this year that really didn't have like any saplings or trees readily like available to me. So I'm putting in these stakes. That way I can mount a trail cam here. It's going to monitor this food plot, and I believe this is going to be the soybean plot this year. So should be a really good spot, and try to monitor as much of the deer as I can really feeding this year. To explain this one here, obviously, like I said earlier, I'm putting the stake in for another trail camera. Right behind me, there is a big cottonwood tree, and then I guess a smaller cottonwood tree. I'm gonna have a stand in that big cottonwood tree there, and then just 10 yards in front of me here along this path, I'm gonna put in a mock scrape, obviously come October. So putting this trail cam in to monitor the west side of the property. And I have a sneaky suspicion that deer are coming in from over here and not over there like I thought last year. So hopefully this will give me a good idea like what's going on. This will end up being a cell cam. All right, everybody, so about to put in another stake for a trail cam. I'm actually down in one of our areas. It's going to be another food plot. It probably doesn't look like much. It needs a lot of cleaning up, needs bush hog sprayed, and this one will be planted in August. But anyways, I'm going to be putting this this trail cam here, just about 15 yards that way. That's where I'm planning on putting a mock scrape pretty much in the middle of this food plot this year. And this is on the southern edge of the property. So I'm trying to catch deer traveling east to west and west to east on this south side. Plan on putting a ground blind right back in here, and should be a pretty good spot. And just up the way where the end of the food plot is going to be is where I cut in the trail previously, and that connects to that deer feeder that I'm about to fill up today. So you know, any deer traveling east to west are probably going to head up that way and hit the deer feeder, and probably probably wouldn't get to see them. That's why I'm going to be putting this mock scrape in, hopefully pull them this way too. And then definitely be catching deer coming from west to east, and they should be stopping at that mock scrape. So should be a chip shot in the ground blind, and it should be a good area. But yeah, gonna go ahead and get this staked in, and definitely more food plot work to follow. All right, guys. So this is the fourth and final stake I'm putting in today for trail cams. It's just going to be covering the new deer feeder location, which has a path that connects to the bottom food plot here, and there's also a deer trail that runs east to west right here. So that'll be a good little spot. Actually, I think I might move it back just a little bit, but anyways. All right, everybody, just gonna go work on getting this trail cam up today. All right, everybody, so just check the batteries on the deer feeder piece here. They're still good. So I want to get this top off here. Yeah, gonna go ahead and get half this cracked corn in. Half of my Minute Maid lemonade today. That's what I'm going with. Last year I went with Kool-Aid powder, which is where the buck that I named Captain Kool-Aid came from. But I'm gonna try out some lemonade. It's summertime, so maybe they're needing a refreshment, you know what I'm saying? So give it a go here today. All right, now with some lemonade. A little more than half. All right, everybody. So about to put in this watering hole. Picked out a little spot here, and I'd say it's just on the edge, maybe a little bit in to this key bedding area on the property. So again, I've just got this cheap plastic pool. Did some weed eating, and I'm just gonna dig around it. That way I can get my my perimeter on this little sucker, and dig down like, looks like 6-8 inches or so. Make a little hole for it, push it down, and that's going to be it. And I'll let God do the rest, filling it up with water. And yeah, so let's get started. So as you can see, that's all finished up. Thank God I had my wife's help, because it is really hot out. But to finish up here, I'm going to throw in this mineral rock. It is Jurassic Rock brand. So never used it before. Just going to set it on a couple sticks here, and this will fill up with water eventually and be good to go. All right. Hey everybody, what's going on? So I am on the road heading to the farm to meet up with my folks, and today we're going to get those 2 food plots planted today. Been doing a lot of work lately.
just kind of maintaining everything, making sure everything's ready to be planted. So yep, got the 2 food plots today that are going to get planted. One is going in sunflowers, and that's just mainly for you know, the birds to eat on, and for pollinators and whatnot. And the second food plot, which is the one that I'm pretty excited about for now, is going to be the soybean food plot. It is the end of June, so I'm a little worried that maybe I'm getting it in a little too late. So I've actually got a bag of rye seed to mix in with the soybeans as well. You know, later in the season, the deer they're after the soybean leaves more than they are after the actual soybean seeds themselves. But should be pretty cool to get that planted today. Both of those. Might find some other stuff to do around there today, and then eventually I'll be getting a couple, or the last few food plots planted in you know, mid to late August. So got some more stuff coming then. So today will probably really consist of getting that soil really broken up. I think we're going to throw down some lime, and then, you know, plant, and then roll it, and, you know, they should be planted. And I'll put a trail cam on that soybean plot just to cover things for the time being, and that way I can check it, you know, late summer and see if anything's hitting it. So stay tuned.
All right, everybody. So once again, going to be starting here with the sunflower plot. So as you can see, we do things a little differently around here. But anyways, you know, we've got the little seed spreader here attached to the mower. So this is the sunflower plot. So and honestly, I don't remember what kind of sunflowers these are, but probably a really good mix. Anyways, I'm just gonna get these seeds spread, and Dad's off with the side-by-side right now. He's getting an old box spring, because we're gonna use that old box spring. We're gonna drag it along this plot, really break everything up and kind of get everything mixed in with the soil. We've got the roller, roll everything, and that'll pretty much be it. So follow along, all right? All right, everybody. So hopefully you can hear me over the mower. But anyways, as you can see, you know, I just took the planter through and got all the seeds spreaded. So Dad's going to go behind with the with that drag, get everything broken up, mixed in real well. I'm going to go along and with the hand seeder here, and I'm just going to kind of spot treat everything. Just find some spots that aren't very heavily seeded, and hit them with a little bit of this, and yeah, and then we'll get it rolled, and that'll be it for this plot. So just, you know, follow along, watch me as I start walking. All right, now the sunflower plot's done. So let's head to the soybean plot and go get that planted. So Dad's running the seed spreader, and I'm going to run the drag along the plot, break everything up, and then get it rolled. And at some point in there, I'm going to take my little hand seeder and plant some ryegrass in there too. So something that you didn't see, I actually brought the tractor back here before we started. This plot up again. I wish I would have done that with the sunflower plot, but it's all disced up pretty good, so this ought to be good. All right, everybody. So done with the food plot, and I've got my Wild Game Innovations cam here. This is Old Faithful. I think I've had this thing since I was probably a junior in high school, so it's been a while. But I've got this cam ready, so I'm gonna get it put on this plot. That way I can monitor this entire plot and try to stay up to date with it. That way I know like kind of what's coming, what's going. But anyways, everybody, so this is going to wrap it up for today. So hopefully you enjoyed us getting these 2 food plots planted. Very thankful that they're finally both done. You know, just speaking of the sunflower plot, you know, that mainly pertains to like doves and the birds and whatnot. But that really doesn't have anything to do with the deer or anything, or any of the hunting that's going on this year. But just something good. Also helps out the pollinators and whatnot. And of course, I've mentioned that my folks have bees. So, you know, the bees really can benefit from the pollen on the sunflowers once they do bloom. And concerning this plot, you know, I'm very excited. Never planted soybeans here. So this is going to be very exciting to see if this works out. You know, something I want to mention, like, there's nothing saying you have to have, you know, fancy equipment like a drill and stuff. You know, I mean, we got this done with, you know, a lawnmower and a roller and a box spring to drag, you know, and a cheap planter. So like a seed spreader. So you don't have to have anything fancy to get this kind of stuff done. I have planted and shelled corn in the past just like this, and it grew just fine. So I'm eager to see how this plot does this year, and really hoping that ride really ties everything together. Ought to be really interesting, and hopefully we get quite a few deer out here this year. You know, thanks for following along and watching. I really appreciate y'all. You know, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Share it with your friends, you know, any outdoorsmen or outdoor women that you know, just share it along. So God bless y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stick with it. Thank you.